or first week of February. It was really close to that time. Man told me the story, and I want to show you where on the map. It is right outside of Perryville, Arkansas. So I just want to tell you that. So we'll put it right here, Perryville, Arkansas, which would be about right in here. And there it is. And now it's time for me to tell you the story and to show you something that is so strange that you just gonna blow your mind of what these things can do. So y'all stay tuned. Hello everyone, welcome back to Monster Maps, and I've got another story to tell you. This encounter actually was taking place this year, 2025, at the end of January or the 1st of February, around that time. And this is a fascinating story, and it also, I'm going to be able to show you something that will just blow your mind on what this man has found on this piece of property. Anyway, the story is this man here goes to church up around Perryville area, and he had an older lady approach him and say, it was, they're church members together and stuff, so she confided in him. Her husband, I believe, had just passed away not too long ago, so she had lost her husband. I believe she was in her 80s, so she's an older woman. But she had told this man that, we're having problems on the farm here, and she says there's things happening that, it's hard to believe, and she says things have happened for years, but I've never really had any, problems or issues, but she said now she's getting kind of scared. So, she confided in this man, and she wanted this man to come out to her property, but he asked her first. He said, what happened? And she says, I've been hearing a lot of things in our woods, and she says, I don't know how many nights that she hears the screaming in the woods, the yelling in the woods. She's hearing knocks, all kinds of knocks in the woods, but it's been really scaring her. And she says she was actually out on her porch, standing there, and on the wood line, she says she looked over and she saw this huge monster-like hairy creature standing there beside a tree, and he was staring at her. And she said that scared her more than, that she'd never seen one before. And she had never seen anything like that, and so she got scared and went back into the house, and then she actually confronted this man here to come actually look on the property to see if she might be able to get some help and find out what's going on. He decides to go ahead and go on out there to the property, and he was looking around and basically doing some investigations and stuff to see what he might be able to do for her, to let her know what he might be able to find, so that she can have a little bit more comfort, especially her being out there by herself. And so as he walks into the woods, the thing that he finds, in which I'm showing you this picture here, is absolutely fascinating. I can't believe, if you really look at it, you're looking at a 40 to 50, maybe even a 55-pound coyote, okay, that is hung up in a tree, anywhere between, he said it was about 12 to 13 feet up in a tree. And he says, this weird part, he says the tree, its nose is not in the V of the tree, and he says there's no way that the head could have held the body up there. He said there was a limb broke off, and he says its pith is shoved through that coyote's jaw, and it's holding that coyote up there. And as you can see through the pictures, he said this picture here, he says you can see where the coyote's body has been twisted and broke and snapped in half. He said the spine was snapped in half. He says there's no animal that you could possibly think of it. He said this thing had to have been grabbed by hands and grabbed and snapped in half. He said there's no other way that this thing could have been killed. And there's no other way that it could have been pithed on a little stick, shoved up, hanging this thing off the ground at about 12 feet. Now, I know a cougar can grab an animal and run up a tree with it if the animal's light enough. You know, some of these cougars can get up to 200 pounds. You know, they're powerful, and they can climb those trees with those claws, and they can hang an animal up in a V of a tree. But they have to hang its body in the V. If not, it'd just fall out. They're not just going to hang it right there by the head, you know. So I've seen that, you know, happen before, you know, where a cat can, you know, put up in the V of a tree, but you know, it's got to be balanced. If not, it'll fall straight out again because it's a dead body. But anyway, this was a fascinating picture that you're looking at right now, and it just blows my mind. Anyway, he's going to do some more investigations, he said, and he's going to see if he might be able to help her out, and just pay attention to the area to see if he might be able to help her. So that happened actually here in Arkansas, and it happened this year. So like I said, please everybody, please like and share and subscribe to these videos, and I'm going to create, I've got a whole bunch more stories to tell you what people have told me over the last, you know, 10 years of me traveling and me being vendor, and also me hunting all over all over the country. So I hope y'all like the show. Please let me know in the comments, and you can always, like I said, you can send me a summary, you can send me your story. I want the time, I want the location, where you were. And you don't have, you can just give me your first name if you want to. I don't even have to have your name if you don't want to, but tell me a short story about what happened to you. You know, whether it was a dog man, a Bigfoot, if you had seen the Mothman, or if you saw, you know, any of these creatures that people talk about that are cryptids, you know, something that really scared you, and you can't explain it. Just like it's hard for me to explain this tracks, you know, that I found at 11,000 feet in Cuchara, Colorado in 2021, but that's evidence right here. I mean, I actually physically saw the evidence with my own 2 eyes, and that, you know, it's blown my mind ever since, you know, that these things are out there. So watch your six, beware of your surroundings while you're out there, and thanks for watching Monster Maps.